God, guys, this is literally the most unique skate park I have ever seen in my entire life. So let's not waste any time and get straight into these obstacles, starting with what looks like it was a manual pad, slightly bent out of shape, and never added a coping on top, or even flattened it out for that matter. If you want a tail stall on that, you better have your anti-gravity boots on, because that ain't gonna work otherwise. And then the other side of it isn't flat, it doesn't connect to the concrete whatsoever. You get a little launch, so if you're dropping off this thing, if you've got that kind of cojones on you to do that, you are gonna fly straight out and possibly even go to the next country along. This one has got plus 69 in speed generation stats. Let's move on because it only gets worse from here. Coming about 10 feet from that first obstacle, we have your run-of-the-mill ledge here. Don't get me wrong, there is a few obstacles that you could definitely make some use out of. That's pretty bog standard. But this one, again, is like a manual pad, like it's twisted like a piece of floppy undercooked bacon. Look at it. It goes from flat to completely 90-degree vert. So if you want to wall ride, if you want to practice your wall rides, actually I didn't even think of that until literally right this second. It's got the most gradual gradient you could want. I don't know, maybe I was wrong about this park. You guys can let me know, because there's tons more of it. Let's keep going. I'm going to skip over all the obstacles we've seen lots of, because everybody knows what they're about. We have a little manual pad junior with a ledge here for the kids. I think we'll go down this route first. Obviously there's plenty of different lines you can take in this park with some astroturf in between, but I'm going to take you down some of the most outrageous ones, and we're slowly going to cap it off with one of the funniest ones. Let's go. Got a little driveway bank there, 2 ledges either side, not too heavy of a drop off. They're pretty competitive, but still, nothing we haven't seen before. Moving over to what I like to call Death Valley. This side of the park is one of the most dangerous I've ever seen at any skater's park. Right here, we have a nice little jump that isn't too bad, like that's not too long. That's about a board and a bit long, so you could ollie that with not too much speed required. You've got a big ledge on the side of it though, so if you want to hit that from either side, the ledge isn't the issue, the ramps aren't the issue. What's at the bottom of the ramps is the issue. Come have a look at this. Here we have what looks like a meteor site, where half the concrete has been blown out by some sort of explosion, or just one of the big boys landing a nice stompy trick. It looks like they've tried to fill it in with some tarmac, but to no avail, because it certainly almost knocked me off my feet when I rode past it. Here we have one of these hips that's not too dissimilar from the one at Lowestoft. This thing is almost vertical. Again, Tutankhamun would be proud. Over here, this is a vert wall. And while I say vert wall, it's kind of vert. It's like literally about 5 degrees off vert. I'll do a little demonstration. Oh God, it's so vertical. For king and country. And my foot hurts as well. If you've seen my stories, you'll know why. Those triple flips, they don't do me good. Next to that, we have another pyramid that could be mistaken for the Millennium Puzzle. And now another outrageous obstacle surrounded by a couple more meteor sites. Next to the dastardly ledges, we have what looks to be the crash landing site of Jabba the Hutt himself. I mean, we haven't touched on the ledge yet, so let's do a bit of that. It looks like the guy in the skate park creator had a few extra credits in his budget, because he's just chucking ledges on top of others for no reason whatsoever. The run up on this thing is almost non-existent. You can get onto it for sure if you want to ollie straight from flat, but like I said, there's a lot of mismatched concrete here, because I don't know what's been going on, but there's some suspicious activities. In the back, we have a run-of-the-mill half-pipe. You know how they work. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention that the whole of this like almost vert wall has a coping on it, because they're a bit ambitious at this skate park. They want the world of you. Looks like half of a bridge railing that they just stuck on its side because they didn't have enough money to finish it. Ooh. Okay, gonna rush through these bits because they're pretty bog standard, a nice French style stair set. Over here, I'm doing my dad run. I'm not even a dad, let's just count cats. I'm starting to think that this skate park is just whatever was left over from the rest of the skate parks in the country. A rail that has no right being there. Now follow me over here. Probably one of the nicest flat banks ever. This flat bank is actually surprisingly really nice. It's extremely mellow, so you can actually hit tricks to fakie on this fairly nicely. I mean, my foot is still injured, but I'll hit one for you right now. Oh God! Oh no! Yeah, you have to watch out. You really have to watch out at this park, because any ramp can be a complete death trap if you don't know it already. We have a free stage set up over here that mirrors the one over there almost. Following to the second most outrageous ramp of this entire skate park. The most ambitious coping I've ever seen on anything in my entire life. Who is hitting this? DM me. God, I don't know, if I slipped, I'd probably end it. You would surely fall. All right, let's try. Like, as someone who's not really too athletic trying to go for something like this, is a bit danger mouse. This is crazy. Like, just being up here in the first place is like, because obviously you've got a ramp that leads you to every ledge height, but then you've got to hit that corner and go into that flat bank or just go that way. That is not, this shit ain't right, man. I've got to try and figure out how to get down from this bish. I'm gonna primo slide down on my board. Yeah, watch out. Yo, and then I'm gonna, that wasn't too bad. Don't worry, the skatepark tour has been a bit of a long one, but we are coming to an end. There's a couple more funny obstacles that I can't leave out. We've got the what the heck blocks. They've just chucked to the top of this actual 20-degree wall. They have another one right over here, so if you want to hit both and go whip, 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 then you can do that if you want. To someone that could hit every obstacle at this skate park, they'd have to be a different breed of skateboarder, because some of this stuff is so unsafe, but some of it is so cool. Like, if I could actually skate, I'd be having such a good time here. But then I'd also probably be even more hurt afterwards than I am now. Here we have the same little driveway ledge box situation that led us from the start of this video, and the final things I want to show you. We got one of the gnarliest gaps you could do if you want to ride up over this quarter pipe and round the top and down. That would be pretty gnarly. This skate park is one of the most unique I've ever seen, as I said at the start. I couldn't not show you on this trip to France. Anyway, we've got tons of tutorial content coming out this spring and summer, so subscribe to that. I look forward to hearing from you. Happy shredding.